In the Carpathian Mountains, in the north of Romania, stands one of the last virgin forests in Europe. It is also the heart of the so-called wood mafia. Suceava County is one of the most affected by large-scale wood trafficking, claiming the lives of ancient trees, but also sometimes men.
Look, it's fresh. This tree was recently cut. This is an illegal log. It's fine merchandise.
Why? How do you know?
There's no mark. Do you see the resin? The poor tree is crying. They killed it like they would a human. Look, this is legal. There is a mark here, not down there, up here. That's legal. The mafia hide the stumps with branches so they can't be seen from a distance.
A scientific report estimates that some 20 million cubic meters of wood are illegally cut each year from Romanian forests. That's more than double the amount of legally felled trees. Some of the stolen wood is believed to end up on the European market. Gheorghe, a logger, used to work with the traffickers before turning against them.
I worked for 5 companies, big ones. For a tree like this one, my commission was about 10 euros. I stopped because I realized it was wrong. And I wasn't making anything. They were earning millions, and I was paid per cubic meter of logging.
The Romanian unit on organized crime and terrorism is now investigating. Fingers are being pointed at a vast network involving all the actors of the wood industry: traders, transporters, forestry personnel, and civil servants. We go to the local branch of the National Forest Management Body, Rom Silva. The man in charge rejects allegations that his teams may be complicit.
I wouldn't say that some people wanted to blame us, to denigrate us. But the fact is, they went into the forest ahead of us, and they chopped the trees, saying that it was us, the foresters, who prepared those trees for illegal logging. This has created a trend in the media, who are blaming the foresters.
Nevertheless, according to Rom Silva itself, 185 foresters have been physically assaulted since 2014. 6 more were killed. The violence is boiled down to personal vendettas by those in charge of the forestry office. Those who dare to denounce the illegal logging cartels call it retaliation. This forester, whose identity must be concealed for his own safety, is taking a risk, but he wants to talk.
The entrepreneur goes into bidding sessions organized by the forest district and buys a certain volume of wood. He then arranges things with the engineer, who goes into the woods and marks some trees, and there's the black market. Those trees shouldn't be in any inventory. In terms of volume, the quantity is bigger than initially declared, and in the books, the volumes will be falsified. The forester supervises, and not only that, he also sells wood on the black market.
It's a system that the head of the Suceava County Forest Guards does not deny.
The most delicate aspect of illegal logging is when it occurs with the support or under the appearance of legality. Wood can be laundered by doubling the loads, falsifying documents, forging harvesting permits for areas where there's not enough wood. There are also cases when the foresters do not behave properly. Problem is that these kinds of acts are hard to prove.
Evidence is what Tiberiu Boșutar, or Tibi, is looking for day and night. He installed cameras on the main road through his village, along which all logging trucks from neighboring forests have to pass. Using a mobile application which tracks vehicles transporting wood, he reported dozens of infractions to the police.
You enter the vehicle plate number and you can check if the transport you saw had legal papers or not. And you can also check in which zone the permits were issued.
Tiberiu would like cameras to be placed at forest access points. That, he says, could help put an end to the shady practices masked by the silence of the ancient forest. So we can see that we're in the virgin forest. TB tells us these are wolf tracks, and it's a big one. We will not find wolves, but rather an unusual graveyard.
Here we have an area where the stumps of stolen trees have been buried. And you can see the size of them. They couldn't have been taken out of the ground by local people. It takes heavy machinery, entire teams of workers. This is clear proof that the theft from the forest district is organized.
Wood smuggling means big business in Romania. It's estimated at €1 billion per year. Tiberiu was a wood trader. He went bankrupt after trying to follow the law. Last year, he wanted to demonstrate it was impossible to be honest in the Romanian wood industry.
The price of wood in Romania is artificially high right now. And to keep a production unit going, you also need to buy some cheaper, illegal wood. As a test, together with 8 local entrepreneurs, we bought 100 cubic meters of wood. And after covering all the costs, we were left with only half the money we invested. It's impossible to keep a business like this going without using illegal wood.
It's a situation that poisons the whole community. Ilya and Dimitri Buksha are construction workers. In their spare time, they used to raise trout, but not anymore. They say the fish pond's water was soiled with mud brought by illegally logged wood, dumped on the riverbanks.
We filed complaints and some wood was confiscated from local businessmen. They threw cooling liquid in the water upstream. It got here and killed all the fish. They threatened us and beat us up. They caught us up the road and hit us on the head with clubs.
The 2 brothers continue to receive death threats. Fear is never far away, but they won't stay silent.
We are afraid, of course, and we hope somebody will come to solve this, maybe from the European Union, someone from outside. Because here in Romania, the mafia is big and everyone is connected up to the state authorities. They all work hand in hand.
Last February, the European Commission put Romania on notice over illegal logging, asking Bucharest to hit the traffickers harder or face sanctions.